with the confirmation of KOF Part 3 to Jhonson's minigame coming back. Not only that, but literally all defenses items are getting nerfed too. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are going to talk about the patch note 1.8.72 and everything that it came up with. Let's start the video with all the hero adjustments. Jhonson is receiving a nerf. Her mana cost has been increased and damage has been decreased early to mid game. Her passive, mana regen increased by 1% for each Crimson Butterfly. Her skill 2 base damage has been reduced from 10 in the early and late game, and her mana cost increased by 10 in the early and 15 in the late game. Glue is finally receiving a buff. His physical defense growth increased by 3 points. Magic defense growth has also increased by 1.5 points. His ultimate is receiving a buff. The damage when attached is now flat 120 plus 30% of the total magic power. Masha has received another buff. The base attack is reduced by 21 points. Her passive has a new effect. When each HP bar is depleted, it blocks one instance of damage and removes CC effects for Masha. HP cost of skill 1 and 2 are reduced to 24% to 16%. It now scales with level instead of the base 24%. Her ultimate HP cost has also been changed to 34% to 24%, being a huge buff as it now scales with level. Joy has received another nerf. The ultimate's movement speed boost has been reduced by 15%. Next, we have Ling with a nerf. His skill 2 normal and World version now shares a cooldown. Julian has also received a buff. Casting any skills now enhances his basic attacks for 2 seconds, and the enhanced basic attack duration time now stacks whenever you use multiple skills. Saber is now buffed. His skill 2 dash distance reduced from 4 units to 3 units. Enhanced basic attack distance increased from 1.8 to 2.5, and cooldown reduced from 12 seconds to 9 seconds. Ultimate range increased from 4.9 to 5.5. Harith, Jips and Japs received a buff. Skill 1 receives a Black Swing cut. The Black Swing time for Harith's skill 1 has been reduced by 40%, making his combo execution smoother. Harith now gets his shield before dashing, with the shield's value significantly increased to provide better survivability in close encounters. Khalid has been buffed. His enhanced basic attack back swing time has been reduced by 50% to improve his smoothness during fights. Alucard's strike is sharpened. Ultimate's initial backswing halved. Alucard's ultimate has been made more efficient, with a 50% reduction in the initial stage's backswing time, allowing him to seamlessly continue his assault. Ruby has received a buff. Since the previous nerf was too much, the developers have decided to give her 5% spell vamp. Melissa's received some sad nerfs. Her skill 2 bonus attack condition has been changed. Only targeted basic attacks will trigger bonus attacks against models. Nathan has undergone some buffs. The mana cost of skill 1 has been reduced by 10 in the early game and 20 in the late game. The skill 2's mana cost has also been cut down by 20 in the early game and 35 in the late game. The ultimate's cooldown has also been reduced by 10 in the early, removing the ability to deal uncounterable damage from a distance. Hylos emerges stronger with adjustments to his mana cost to align with the purple buff. His defenses have seen a significant upgrade. Physical defense growth skyrocketing from 3.8 to a solid 6.8. Magic defense growth enhanced by 1.5 points. Skill 2 mana cost is now more efficient, reduced by 70 points in the late game. Uranus is now more formidable than ever, with reduced mana cost and improved defenses making him a tankier presence on the battlefield. Physical defense growth has been increased by 3, and the magic defense growth raised by 1 point. The skill 1's mana cost is sharply reduced by 40 in the early game and 20 in the late game. Skill 2's mana cost is adjusted down to 20 in the early game and by 50 in the late game. The physical and magical defense growth of Tigreal, Jhonson, Franco, Terizla, Carmilla, Bakshia, Hilda, Grok, Kufra, Atlas, Chip, Edith, Akai, Lolita, Balric, and Gatut Kacha have been boosted by 3 in physical and 1.5 in magical. And Fredrin, Barretts, and Minotaur have their physical defenses moved up by 1.5 points. Moving on to battlefield adjustment. Warcry's Roar just got more selective, as heroes like Kimi and Anabi were quick to trigger its effect. The developer decided to change its activation requirement. It now requires 3 separate hits, be it basic attacks or skill damage, to activate the emblem. Multi-damage attacks will now only count as 1 attack, be it basic attack or any skill attack. Pandora's Box is nerfed and has been renamed to Wishing Lantern. Now you need to deal 500 magic damage to trigger its effect, up from 300. The damage it does has changed too. Instead of true damage, it deals magic damage based on 1% of the enemy's maximum HP. This means it's a bit tougher to activate, and its impact varies depending on who you are targeting, aiming for a fairer fight against heroes with lower defenses. Next, we have a series of defense items that got nerfed. Starting with Blade Armor, its stats dropping from 90 to 70 in physical defenses. Thunderbelt's shock value dips, with physical and magic defense both taking a hit down to 15. The Cursed Helmet's curse weakens, as its magic defense falls to 20. Antiquarius is now less sturdy, with physical defenses reduced to 40. Will this ancient armor stand the test of time? Oracle speaks lays protection into existence, lowering both physical and magic defense to 20. Athena's shield is less divine, with its magic defense dropping to 48. Dominant's eyes melts under pressure, as the physical defense is down to 55. Its attack speed, slow duration, healing reduction, and shield duration are lowered to 1 second. Black Eye's shield is nerfed with physical defense from 22 to 18, and its attack speed, slow duration is also reduced to 1 second. Immortality's physical defense drops from 20 to 15. Brute Force Breastplate now less forceful with a dip to 23 in physical defense. Twilight Armor's Dusk approaches sooner as the physical defense drops to 15. Radiant Armor's Glows dims with magic defense reduced to 40. Will Athena suit better? Magic Blade's enchantment weakens, its magic defense cutting down to 18. Rose Gold Meteor is nerfed as the magic defense drops to 23. Likewise, the magic defense of Silence Robe is also dropped to 23. Physical defense of Dreadnought Armor drops by 10. Steel Lake Plates now lighter with physical defense at 35. The physical defense of Leather Jerkin is also dropped by 4. And lastly, Magic Resist Cloak is nerfed, for its magic defense drops to 14. Wow, those were quite a number of defense items. Anyway, moving on to bug fixes. An issue where the Sky Piercer could be triggered by damage that wasn't dealt to heroes has now been fixed. Let's move on to weekly free heroes. The weekly free heroes from 29th of March till 5th of April are as follows. The extra free heroes for the Starlight members are as follows. Moving to surveys. First, we have Rafaela Epic Tier Skin surveys. Electromagnetic Stormwind will be the name of Design 1. In this artwork, Rafaela is with bright fire-like wings and a long staff, looking ready for action in the night sky. God of Wine will be the name of Design 2. With soft, colorful wings and cute staff, Rafaela looks like she stepped right out of a fairy tale. It's all whimsy and sparkle. Holographic Ethereal Storm will be the name of Design 3. In this, she looks like a queen of the skies, doesn't she? With her golden wings spread out and that fancy staff in hand, she is absolutely glowing, all set against the dark of space. Merciful Tear Lotus will be the name of Design 4. Here we see her like the goddess of the gentle breeze, with her soft pink wings and serene smile. She got a touch of elegance that's quite mesmerizing. Floating there, she looks like she could spread peace with just a glance. Then we have Thamus Epic Skin Service. Anchor of the Deep Cosmos will be the name of Design 1. Thamus looks like the boss level of space, decked out in cosmic armor complete with twilight-hued wings. It is as if the stars themselves have fashioned a guardian. Overlord of the Subdimension will be the name of Design 2. He means business, all armored up with shiny silver and splashes of rainbow colors. He's got that vibe of a hero who has seen a few interdimensional battles, don't you think? Remains of the Devourer will be the name of Design 3. Thamus wouldn't be out of place as the final boss in a video game, with his sharp armor and claws that looks ready for battle. He's got an intense stare that's kind of thrilling, right? Sovereign of Shattered Stars will be the name of Design 4. He's all ablaze in red and pinks, looking like he just walked out of a lava flow and is ready to take on the world. He is pretty intense with those glowing eyes. Titan Sentinel will be the name of Design 5. He looks like a warrior from the future, all decked out in gold armor with electronic neon highlights. He is striking a pose that says he's ready for anything. He's got a bit of superhero vibe going on, don't you think? Moving to other updates. The Jhonson minigame is coming soon. The level seems updated and interesting. But can you guess the reward? Share your answer in the comment section. The KOF collaboration is confirmed and it will be called the King of Fighters 97 Bingo event. It will start on April 24 till May 31st, featuring Valera's Kyo, Paquito as Terry, and Masha as Mai. The Starlight Lucky Chest is also coming back on the 1st of April. Here are the rewards and the drop rates. So are you excited for the upcoming KOF skins? Going to buy any of them? If yes, which one? Share it in the comment section. That will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.